Hi, Style Sisters. I'm going to try to vlog today. I don't know if I'm going to be successful, but I'm going to give it a shot anyway. It's just for today. I'm just going to have a small outing, and I'm just getting ready so that I can get ready, to head out. And I thought I would just have like a short catch-up video and fill you in on some stuff since my last chatty vlog. And I will start with, in my last vlog where I shared my ghost story, my wife's crazy job, I shared some stuff of like where we were currently and what we were going through. And so I need to fill you guys in on some stuff that has happened since. I think 6 months after my wife was laid off, she's through her consulting business, she has then now picked up a job. So we're very excited about that. Yeah, that's good. And the house that we were like really worried about selling has since sold. And so, that was a wonderful relief. But it's that, did I tell you guys? I don't even know if I told you guys. Did I tell you guys? I can't remember. So I'm just going to repeat it. The house sat on the market for like a year. Okay. And now we were having trouble paying that off. We're not paying it off, but selling it, right? Without the assistance of the job. Girl, I hope you watched that other video. This video is for my girlfriends, okay? For my style sisters, the ones who care about me. This isn't like some influencer, high polished vlog. No, ma'am. I get chatty up in here and I like to fill you guys in about stuff about me and my life. You know the details of how that came to be. So it sat for a year, okay? We were both very hesitant because that house was very special to us. It was like the first time we'd stay put for a while, not that long, but like we unplanted ourselves there and we're like emotionally invested in this home, and it felt like home, and it was a beautiful home in that the land was energetically a nurturing piece of land. Like, and girl, you heard my ghost story. Like this property was, I don't know, I felt very connected to it spiritually. And so many things have happened in that house where I need to get ready. So I'm sorry, I'm going to be a little crazy, but I would do a lot of like drumming on the land, connecting to, the trees and nature, dancing, drumming to the moon type stuff, Yaya sisterhood type stuff, okay? Because I just felt so safe on that land. I just felt so protected there. Well, let me tell you this, okay? Okay, look, I was all over the place the last vlog. I'm all over the place now. Did you know what? Also, it's my birthday today, and I'm getting ready because my wife is taking me out. She wanted to do the most, and I'm never really celebrated my birthday, like that's not something that was a thing in my home to celebrate birthdays like that. When you're a little girl, you get a cake and that type of stuff, but like as you grow up, it's like shake your hand, you're another year older, good for you, kind of thing. But my wife is very romantic. She loves to make birthdays a big deal for me. And she was like, we're going to get facials, we're going to get massages. I booked a carriage ride and a hotel. I'm like, excuse me, what? Absolutely not. Like, we'll do that for your birthday. That's what you want to do, because it ain't what I want to do. I told you what I wanted to do, and it ain't none of that, she's so sweet, and she thinks about everything. And I was just like, I just want to do this thing, so, and come home. So she's like, oh, fine, she's the best. So let me tell you, okay, this property was very special. Now the house was 100 years old, and it had been through heck. Like energetically, our realtor was like, don't buy this house. I'm like, no, this house is a good house. Like, because I'm not looking at the way it looks necessarily, or the inside of this house. I'm looking at energy, like, is this a loving home? Will this home embrace us? Will we be safe spiritually here? Because girl, you guys heard my Switzerland story, and I don't ever want to be in that situation again, let alone in a house I fucking bought. Okay. Excuse me, but that's how serious it is for me. I was like, oh my gosh, this house has, been through a lot, and it just needs love. Like, the previous people had gone through a divorce in that home, and the person who owned it before was a total shisty person and totally cheated us on a lot of things, and we were stuck, fixing a lot of things that were not true, like just a freaking jerk. But I didn't care, we didn't care. We were going to hunker down there, and that was going to be our home, and we were going to be fine fixing it up and making it our own. So we just basically paid him to walk away, like, just get out of here. Even the neighbors were like, he's charging way too much. And we're like, girl, in our situation, girl, in a same-sex marriage, like the way we are, and the stuff that we've been through, the type of hate, we just want to live somewhere that is safe. Okay. Physically and energetically. And this house was it. Okay. It was the runt of the neighborhood. And so we made a lot of promises to the house, and we did the electrical, we did the drainage around the home to address foundational issues. We did like the water thing, the septic thing, the heat thing, windows that needed to be changed out. So it was like costly. Okay. So she wasn't all pretty and cosmetically fixed, but like the main things that needed to be addressed, we were addressing those first. And girl, nobody wanted this house. Like, and frankly, we didn't want just anybody in this house. As bad as the situation was, I think we turned down one offer because they were total jerks about it. I'm like, I don't want these people in this house, like, at all. We owe it to this home and the land for the right people to come and pick up where we left off. People who actually want this house and love this house, not some jerk. This freaking person came in like super low and ridiculous. Like, we would literally have to pay them some crazy amount of money, okay, to live in this, to take this house. And I'm like, ain't nobody got time for that, girl. You can get up out of here. I'd rather struggle paying that mortgage than pay you that much to take this house. Absolutely not. I was looking at stuff. What are some superstitious type things? Because I'm very superstitious, okay? And that's just a part of my culture. My people will mix religion with ancestral beliefs, okay? That's just how it is. Saint Joseph, I think that's his name, Saint Joseph. You're supposed to bury him. You get a little statue and you bury him up. My God. You bury him upside down by a tree in the front of the house or the back, facing the house. Girl, the instructions of it all. And there's like a little prayer attached to him that you're supposed to say, right? So we went there. We had to go over there to move out of the house and do all the things to get it ready because winter was coming and we weren't going to be able to go back and forth and service the home. So we had to go and winterize it and do all this stuff, right? So I did that. I did this damn statue thing. And we're out there in the damn dark with a flashlight because it gets real dark. It's a rural area. It's considered rural. And I'm out there digging with this stupid little knife shovel that my wife had. And I'm like, okay, we have to do this. And I'm like, we're freezing. My cats are in the RV. We're tired from all the work that we've done. I'm like, we have to do this. This has to work. I was sitting there following the directions, like, okay, this tree facing that way. There was a few trees in the front. It has to face this way. And you could see like the neighbors kind of going by like, what the hell is going on out there? Because you're pointing at the ground by a tree in front of this house that's already lights off, and it just looked crazy. I'm sure it did. I ain't never seen anybody in that area doing that. And so we buried him there to leave him to it, and we were very specific about who it is that we wanted to come and buy this house. There's times in that house where I would wake up to the smell of tobacco, and I don't mean like my great grandma's Camel cigarettes, girl. No. It was like a very sweet smelling tobacco, and it was very perfume like, but I would wake up startled because it's like, we're in a rural area. So if I'm smelling tobacco, my first thought's like, there's somebody on the property that smells like cigarettes. Oh my gosh, And so, sorry. Like once I woke up and realized like, there's nobody here. It's just something that I'm smelling in this house. Randomly, I felt okay. Once I got out of my head about it, it didn't feel like scary. It was just like that. It would just happen from time to time. And one time we were getting ready for a road trip. And so I had to go to the grocery store to go buy groceries for the RV, you know. I left my wife at home and I was walking out and she called me. I was at the grocery store. She was all like trying to call me, but I'm in the grocery store. If my ringer is off, like, because I turn my ringer off at night and I don't remember to turn it back on and I get busy, we're both home, I forget to turn on my ringer sometimes. And when I'm in the grocery store, I'm so focused on getting what I'm supposed to get that I don't look at it. I hear it when I'm at the checkout. The cashier's ringing me up and I see that she's been calling me a few times and I'm like, hello? Like, what's going on? You know, because she doesn't usually do that. And she's like, did you get my message? And I'm like, no, I'm at the grocery store. I'm checking out right now. I'm getting ready to pay. She's like, oh my God, you need to check that video I sent you. And I'm like, what? You know, like what? And she had sent me a security camera footage of me walking out of the house past the RV. And my wife never does this. Okay, if you guys saw my last vlog, you already know how she is about debunking things, okay? In the video, you just see kind of like a sun-shaped silhouette of something that is by the tree or on the tree. But she literally thought that there was like a man there that I had walked past by, and she had no idea, like, if I was hurt, if I saw the man, who was the man. And I'm like, no. I mean, I saw what she saw, but she, in her mind, perceived an actual human being there, which was so strange for my wife to do. She never does that, you know? And I felt like it was possibly of indigenous essence, if you will. And it had been because I had just been drumming and chanting all over that property, asking for permission, asking for the property to protect us, to take care of us. And literally what the thing that stood out to me is that in that moment, while I get ready, because this is how I just get ready, I usually say a prayer in my mind and I ask my ancestors to please protect me, because I get a lot of anxiety, girl. I get so much anxiety because of the shit that I've been through in my life. You know, I'm constantly thinking someone's gonna kill me. And it's not funny. It's very valid PTSD. And I ask them, like, when I feel anxious and I have a lot of anxiety come over me, I pray. I pray to my ancestors, to anything and everything, you know, angels, God, goddess, anyone who can hear me, who is out there, please protect me, protect my energy, you know, because I'm going into town and I never know how I'm going to be perceived or received. You know, I've had some strange occurrences in my life that I just need a little extra protection. And so I had just prayed, and I was, you know, when I do my get ready, I pray. Even before going on here, girl, I prayed, you know. Protect my energy, protect me. And it's just funny because I have said that prayer and it was very specific to my ancestors, and then that happened and my wife was so certain she saw a man, you know, standing out there kind of in a very powerful way that she was like, what the hell? And so this land was very special to me. I felt very connected to it. And I feel that way about this house as well. That was like the start of me giving myself permission to go out there and just be a wild child and all of my feminine energy and channeling that into my space. And we were safe there and it was great. And I just had these very special moments there. But you walk in and you see this house needs a lot of work, you know? So anyways, girl, are you still here? Thank you. Once the winter left, because you see how harsh the winters are, I've shown you guys a bit. It's not ideal for selling houses. So once the house was defrosted, and I'm doing this little Saint Joseph prayer, right? And if I can find any of this stuff, girl, I'll put it up. But this couple comes around And we have security cameras on the property because we have to, you know, we have to keep an eye on things. Some freaking weirdos would come by and look. We didn't want a squatter situation, I'll tell you that. So we noticed these women coming around. And personally, when we lived there, we didn't see same-sex couples. And granted, they might have been around. We just didn't perceive them. We didn't see them. It wasn't like our neighborhood back home in the West Coast where they're just everywhere, okay? No, it wasn't like that. So we see these women and we're like, they're talking to their realtor. They really like the house. And we're like, oh, that would be really nice, you know, if another version of us moved in, because that's what we wanted, is people who love the house. But this is very specific. They ended up buying the house. It was the same-sex couple, and they totally loved the house. They fell in love with it. Even just recently, they reached out to us and were like, hey, did the previous owners take in a cat? Because we see a cat, you know, we'd be happy to take in this cat and take over if that's what they were doing, you know. And we're like, this is amazing. This is exactly who we wanted in this house. You know, it took a little bit of time. Not long after I did the St. Joseph thing, honestly, if you think about it. If it's been sitting for a house, then I put them in there. And as soon as the snow leaves, we get the perfect people coming around. You know, that's what was important to us, you know, was that we handed it over to the right people. And we did. And it was just like another version of us, which was like crazy cool. I mean, I think it's cool. Or maybe not, girl. Maybe it's just nothing, you know? So that happened. I've always wanted to go for like a proper high noon tea. And I'm very sorry. I'm doing this new way of recording. So I'm not looking here. I'm looking here, especially because I'm doing my makeup. And I hope that doesn't bother you, because I'm not connecting with the audience. Girl, give me some grace. I've always wanted to do high noon tea. So I found this place. It might take a little while to get there, but girl, I think it's worth it. It looks legit. You never know, you know, you do the research and then you get there and it's like not even legit and you're like, damn it. But I think this place is legit. So I've never had it before. I've only ever seen it when I was like in Ireland. The hotel offered it, but we were so booked up. My wife wanted to see Hadrian's Wall, the tour, all of this stuff. My wife's a druid. She belongs to the order of bards, obates, and druids. Okay, my wife is a druid. That's okay, so my last name is an abbreviation of my wife's actual last name. I took her last name, okay? So it's Mac, it's abbreviated. And so I am Indigenous American. Do I know the exact name of my people's tribe? No, because of colonization. It's crazy because my dad is from Colima, which is very deep ocean side of Mexico. And then my mom is Cachanilla, right, which is Mexicali, very close to the border. And I mean, even part of California used to be Mexico, right, before. I think it's cool, right? This druid and this Aztec couple. And so we're very connected to the spiritual ways of our ancestors. Girl, is any of this interesting? I hope so. Listen, I'm just getting ready. It's my birthday and I just wanted my new girlfriends here. This video is just for the people who care about me. Like I've said. So I've always wanted to go to high noon tea. And yes, I have seen this service before in Ireland when we were over there to visit these really cool Newgrange. I got to go to Newgrange. Did you know that when you go to Newgrange, they actually simulate the solstice event? When the solstice happens and the solar phenomenon that happens in that tomb takes place. Well, girl, they replicate it every time you go there and you visit it. They'll walk you in a small group because it's a small chamber, and they replicate the effects of the solstice. So it was just an epic getaway for us as very spiritual people to be in these sacred sites. And girl, when I went to the tour, I was like, whoa, something's going on here energetically. It was crazy cool in a good way. We don't have anything like that here, but I do feel called to thank the sacred feminine for granting me another year on this earth and blessing me with this amazing wife who loves me, and, you know, just say thank you. And I hope I have more time here with her, you know, that type of thing. So I'm all over the place, but that to say that I chose to go have proper high noon tea. And I want to take you guys with me. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that successfully. because I'm a chicken about vlogging, because I don't want to be obnoxious, you know, and take away from somebody else's experience because I have a cell phone recording, you know. But girl, that's how it is now. People like to share their times out. So it's kind of cold. Like I have my space heater running right now. It's still cold here. And so I'm very limited by my choices of what the heck I'm going to wear. But I've never worn all pink on my birthday, really, or for a special occasion. I'm leaning towards pink. Pink for me is, well, according to color psychology studies, you know, and ceremonial correspondences. It represents love, right? Nurturing love, compassion, and emotional healing, which I want to have compassion for myself. And I'm all about emotional healing, friendship and affection. Okay, that you are my friends, you are here. And I just want to share that with you guys in an affectionate way. It's about self-love and worthiness, which I'm always trying to practice self-love and, you know, really step into my worthiness. So it's very much in alignment with that. Gentleness after grief or trauma. And girl, y'all know I've been through it, okay? And I need to be gentle with myself. Attraction, beauty, charm, and glamour. I just want to feel pretty today. So that's in alignment with that. Emotional safety, which I'm constantly asking my ancestors, angelic beings, and God and Goddess, whoever is hearing me, to please grant me emotional safety. It's about innocence and sweetness, flirtation and romance, which I'm totally into right now because my wife is being so sweet and doing this for me. And it's about inner child healing, which, girl, I can't have too much of that. And harmony and reconciliation. So it just seemed very fitting right now, all pink. It's just, let's see how it comes together. A Viking and an Aztec go for high noon tea. Or you want to come along? Okay, I'm running out of time. I have to hurry up. I had to stop recording because you guys, I could talk to you all day. It's distracting. I just love having you guys around, girl. My stuff is scattered all over this house because I do my style ups downstairs, because I used to keep my things here in this closet, but then walking up and down in between all those changes, girl, was killing my legs. It was horrible. And I was like, dude, I'm going to fall down these stairs and these heels. I need to move some of this stuff downstairs, period. And so now when I get ready, it's like half of my stuff is up here, half of my stuff is downstairs. So I got to go get dressed downstairs because my pink outfit is down there. I hope it looks good. I just was like, I picked a couple things out and I hope that they look good together. Girl, of course they will. If I like it, they will. Okay, gotta hurry up. I'm hoping that this pink tunic top will pair well with this skirt. I've been doing a lot of gardening outside, so I have a lot of bruises on my knee. Not sexy, but it is what it is. Girl, this is what I picked out. So I'm gonna put it on now. Okay, I'm just gonna pair it with these heels, this purse, and it just looks like I'm wearing a tunic, right? Or a dress, but then the slits are really high on it, and you see it's this pink sequin skirt underneath, which I think is pretty cool. It's cold outside, so I'm just gonna take a pashmina. So I think I'm gonna take this one because this one's really pink too, and just have it on for, you know, because it's cold. So I'll take this one, put my heels on, get this bag, and then I'm gonna wear the pink jewelry that I bought at Ramula's Bazaar.
Sits on the road.
Okay, we finally made it to this historic, quaint little town where I'm going to have my high noon tea, and this is what I'm wearing. I decided to tuck in the front of the tunic top to my skirt, okay? Because I wanted the skirt to show more, because it just looked like I was wearing a tunic top, which was fine, but I kind of liked this way better. And I opted for a neck scarf. Oh my gosh, I'm trying not to fall here. My wife is paying for parking right now, and then she's gonna, you have to display the ticket on the dash, so I'm just waiting for her here. I I already saw the hotel and it looks super cute, super nice. I'm very excited about it. I don't have my phone holder. I don't even have a phone case, but it'll be okay. Thank you. Tea was divine. It was everything I wanted it to be. I have been wanting to have high noon tea for a quite a while now, and I'm glad I chose that place because it was proper. And it was just nice. It was nice to just kind of take your time and be there and enjoy all the little different desserts and stuff. I didn't know what was going to happen. Like after we were done eating, I was asking my wife, like, do you think we take the rest of it home because it's too much. It's just too much food for one sitting, but it's lovely to have presented. And yeah, you do take it home. At least there, yeah, you pack it up and it's yours to have later, which I think is awesome. My wife ran into the store without me. I didn't know she was going to do that, but it's because I'm wearing heels, I'm pretty sure. I want to go and take flowers to the divine feminine, this shrine that exists, and just, show some gratitude for another year in this timeline and just want to say a prayer and bring some flowers and yeah, just express some gratitude for being here. And so, yeah, she's grabbing the flowers and then we're going to go. But I made a big mistake because I was rushing out of the house because I knew it was going to take a long time to get there. But like, I only have so much time to get ready. I can't really get ready in this car. It's bumpy and it's just not possible. So I have to like hurry up and get ready. And I completely forgot to grab another pair of shoes. And you have to climb, I'm not sure how many stairs to get up to this shrine. So, oh well, it is what it is. So I just felt called to do this and I'm going to do it. So, it's cold out here. It's like 40 something. It feels like 40 something. But hopefully my hike up there will warm me up. Babe, this is too many flowers. Too much. You were supposed to just get one.
But I did. I got one for her and one for you.
For me?
Yes.
Which one's mine?
The one that's for you.
Which one's for me?
This one.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. She is up there. That's pretty good that we could see this close. So I gotta climb those stairs. I had a beautiful day on my birthday, and it went exactly how I was hoping it would go. I was just so happy to be having that experience. I was very happy that I found this place and that we were able to get to it, even though it was quite a distance. But I was very happy, and that's all I wanted, and I got exactly what I wanted, so that's great. I was very happy to visit the site of the Divine Feminine and just kind of have a moment of gratitude to just thank the higher forces that allow me to still be here, to pray and ask blessings to all of my sisters and all the women that, you know, have been supporting me with such positivity. I just wanted to just continue the blessing and ask for more blessings for all of my sisters that have recently found me. And so it was really nice to be able to do that. I'm glad that I was able to capture a little bit. It's still very awkward for me, you guys. Like, it's very, I don't want to say uncomfortable. It's exactly that. Awkward, you know. It's like, oh, like, I know people know that people film themselves and make YouTube videos. It's something that I'm going to learn. I just know it, you know. With practice, I'll get more comfortable. I'll be okay with it. I'm trying to put myself out there, and I hope you'll give me and extend some grace to me as I am learning how to allow myself to be okay being seen in that way out and about. It's a lot, you know, but I know I'll get there. Okay, girl? What I wanted to say and forgot to mention because I was rushing to get ready and out of the house is that this is the little St. Joseph statue, right? When I ordered it, it was white. It has since been dyed by the earth. When we sold the house, we had to go over there, and we just made a day trip. Like, we're just going to go over there and take out whatever else is left in this house because we had to turn over the keys, sign the papers, blah, blah. And I had to dig him up. That is a part of this tradition, is that once the house sells, you dig him up and you place him in a place of prominence or honor in your home to show appreciation. And I am just such a stickler for rules. And I just have always felt strongly about following things like that. And I will go to the house and we're emptying it first. Like, okay, just, you know, and get rid of everything. We're on a timeline. The notary or the people that are doing our paperwork close at a certain time. We were supposed to meet our realtor for dinner to thank her for helping us out through this. We were going to meet her and her husband after we were done and scheduling that with them. And so there was a short window of time, but the priority was getting all the stuff out of the house. And then by the time we were done doing that, I went to go dig him up. And girl, I couldn't find him. I could not find him. So the thing is that where I buried him, there's actually 3 trees. And when I was burying him, we were exhausted. It was pitch black. And by the time we got back, I had completely forgotten where X marks the spot was. And so I was just like, girl, when I tell you those trees, I can't believe they're still standing. I dug up the earth, okay? Like with a little blade shovel, like just relentlessly digging up and going deep. Like, I know I didn't go this deep. This thing is so little, you know? So I'm like, where could it be? And I couldn't let it go. I couldn't let it go. And my wife's like, it's okay. Just leave it alone. It's going to be okay. We'll say thank you. And I'm like, no, that's not the rule. That's not the tradition. We're supposed to put him. And then if you dig long and deep enough in the internet, you'll find horrible things to make you feel bad. Like, you'll be uneasy in your next home. And I'm like, no, I just can't. I can't. I have to dig him up. He helped us do this. I have to dig him up. And I'm digging like a mad woman out there, but we have to go, literally. So we go and meet the realtor for dinner, who's our friend. And we have dinner, and the entire mind, I just am so stressed out about this statue and that we're going to get in the car and leave and never come back, you know, because that's it. It's no longer our property once it's the next day. And so my wife sees that I'm so stressed out about this. And so she just gets a hotel room, and I'm like, we had to make the decision. Like, we're exhausted, we are tired, and you're so stressed out about digging this statue up. We got a hotel room, we stayed. I woke up as early as I possibly could. I had a flashlight. I didn't care if there was no freaking daylight. I went over there and just started digging all over again. And I don't know how long into that process that I actually found him. Like, oh my gosh. And it's always the last place you dig. Now it's in my home, and we're always looking outside of our kitchen windows. And so I place him there so that when we're doing dishes, it's something that we're always thankful for, the help that was granted to us to have this happen. So I forgot to throw that in there when I was getting ready. And to just say, thank you for spending time with me. Thank you for those of you who stick around for these terrible chatty videos. And I'll be making more for those of you who just want to spend a little bit more time with me outside of the DIY realm. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for spending time with me. I love you for that. And until my next video, I'll see you next time. Bye.